Dear Ink and Motion subscribers, this is us saying thank you as we have now surpassed 500 subscribers on our YouTube channel. Thank you for being a part of this incredible journey and for your unwavering support. Your enthusiasm for our content motivates us to create more engaging and inspiring videos. As we continue to grow, we need your help to reach our next milestone of 1,000 subscribers. We kindly ask you to not only subscribe to our channel but also click the notification bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Don't forget to like and leave a comment in the comment section. We'll do our best to respond and react to every one of them. Once again, thank you so much.
Once upon a time, in the village of Avelore, there lived a girl named Aurora. She was blessed with extraordinary beauty and a figure that caught the attention of everyone who laid their eyes upon her. With radiant flowing hair and enchanting eyes, Aurora soon became known as the fairest maiden in the entire village. However, instead of embracing her beauty with humility and grace, Aurora allowed her appearance to fill her with pride and arrogance. She looked down upon others and insulted anyone at the slightest provocation. Even her parents, who loved her dearly, couldn't persuade her to assist with household chores or running errands. Her excuse for neglecting her responsibilities was that she didn't want to ruin her precious beauty. Numerous suitors came forward, each hoping to win her hand in marriage, but she scorned them all, demanding they prove their wealth and status before even considering their proposals. Aurora believed that only the wealthiest and most powerful man could take care of her as she believed she deserved. One fateful evening, as Aurora was taking a leisurely stroll through the village, she bumped into an old woman struggling to carry her calabash of water. The frail woman asked for Aurora's help, explaining that her home was not far away. However, consumed by her own arrogance, Aurora grew angry and refused the old woman's plea. "Help you? Why should I waste my time helping a decrepit old woman like you?" Aurora spat with disdain, her nose wrinkled in disgust. "You're probably a witch trying to curse me and ruin my beauty." Unfazed by Aurora's insults, the old woman persisted, refusing to give up on her plea for assistance. The girl's anger flared even more, and in a fit of rage, she pushed the old woman, causing her to stumble and drop her calabash, shattering it on the ground. Little did Aurora know that her selfish act would have dire consequences. But instead of expressing anger, the old woman extended her bony hand, her voice quivering with emotion as she uttered a profound curse. "As you have become proud and disrespectful due to your beauty, I curse you. You will lose your beauty until you find true love, learn the importance of love, and understand that beauty is not everything."
We're sorry for the interruption, but this won't take long. In the comments section are 3 genres of story. React to the one you'd like to watch next. Voting ends by midnight on Saturday. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you.
Aurora scoffed at the old woman's words, dismissing them as the ramblings of a madwoman. She returned to her house, brushing off the incident as if it never happened. The next morning, as Aurora walked through the village intending to flaunt her beauty, she noticed something odd. Instead of receiving the usual admiration and awe, people were looking at her with disgust, covering their noses as she passed by. Confusion washed over Aurora as she wondered what could have caused such a sudden change in people's reactions. A faint recollection of the old woman's curse crossed her mind, but she quickly dismissed it as mere coincidence. As the days went by, the disgusted looks continued, and Aurora's reflection in the mirror revealed a shocking truth: her once flawless face was now marred with unsightly warts, and her skin had lost its radiance. She couldn't bear the sight of herself and panicked, unsure of how to reverse the curse that had befallen her. Desperate to find a solution, Aurora set out on a relentless search for the old woman, hoping she could undo the curse. She combed through the village day and night, asking anyone who would listen if they had seen the mysterious old woman, but her efforts proved fruitless. With each passing day, Aurora's isolation grew. No one wanted to be near her, speak to her, or even acknowledge her existence. Even her own parents, unable to bear the sight of their once proud daughter, distanced themselves from her. Filled with sorrow and despair, Aurora made a solemn decision. She decided to leave the village and retreat to the solitude of the surrounding forest. Building a small hut for herself, Aurora resigned herself to a life of loneliness. She spent her days singing melancholic tunes, letting her sorrow flow through her voice. It was during one of these moments, while she sang her heart out, that a man unexpectedly stumbled upon her hidden dwelling. Embarrassed and afraid, Aurora fled back into her hut, seeking refuge from the stranger. But the man was undeterred and continued to visit her, sitting outside her hut and engaging in heartfelt conversations even though they could only communicate through the walls. The man, named Eric, shared his own story with Aurora. He revealed that he had been abandoned in the forest as a child, left behind by his uncle who had no interest in his well-being. Having grown up in isolation, he was now a forest dweller. Resilient, he had learned to survive and carve a life in his secluded wilderness. He had heard Aurora's beautiful voice echoing through the trees and felt drawn to it. He sought her out, wanting to meet the owner of such a captivating voice. "I heard your beautiful voice while wandering the woods," he confessed, "and couldn't help but follow its enchanting melody to find you." As Aurora listened to Eric's tale, her heart softened. She saw a kindred spirit in him, someone who knew what it felt like to be ostracized and alone. Touched by this genuine connection, Aurora took a risk and confided in Eric, sharing her tale of the cursed beauty. Fearful that revealing her arrogant past would drive away her newfound friend, she concealed her own role in the events that led to her cursed state. She omitted the part about her pride, disrespect, and arrogance, afraid of losing the only friend she now had. Fearing rejection, Aurora initially hid her disfigured face from Eric, but he insisted on seeing her. He managed to convince Aurora to reveal her face to him. Hesitant but trusting in his acceptance, she cautiously stepped out, revealing her disfigured appearance. To her astonishment, Eric smiled warmly, his eyes filled with genuine affection. He reassured her that true beauty radiated from within, far surpassing any physical attributes. At that moment, Aurora noticed a mark on Eric's forehead, one she recognized as the birthright symbol of the royal family. Suddenly, her memory was jolted back to an age-old tale of the missing heir to the throne. Rumors swirled around the discovery of the young prince's lifeless body, presumed to have been murdered. Aurora realized that Eric was the lost prince, abandoned by his ambitious uncle who sought to usurp the throne, yet she could not bring herself to tell him the truth. For one, she knew he would leave and want to go back to the village, leaving her alone again, or he might ask her to go with him, and she did not want to face the people of her village again. But the longer they stayed together, the more in love they fell, and the more it weighed on her conscience. Moved by love and loyalty, she decided to share the hidden truth of his heritage, opening the door to a chance for justice and reclaiming his rightful place. "You should come with me," Eric said. "I want you by my side when I do this." She didn't want to go, but he had pressed on and eventually convinced her. Together, Aurora and Eric embarked on a journey back to Avelore, determined to confront his conniving uncle and demand answers. The villagers, once wary of Aurora's presence, now witnessed their unified strength. Eric bravely exposed the treachery and greed that had plagued the kingdom for years. His uncle, faced with undeniable evidence, confessed to his misdeeds. "I had left him in the forest knowing there was no way he would survive alone. I faked his death," he confessed, and was subsequently banished from the village. Reunited with his aging parents and surrounded by the villagers, Eric had reclaimed his throne and restored hope to the kingdom. Overwhelmed by the sense of justice and the courage he discovered within himself, he turned to Aurora, his loyalty unwavering. Eric knelt before her, professing his love and offering her a future by his side as the benevolent Queen of Avelore. Yet, Aurora hesitated, realizing that her past actions had caused immense pain and suffering. She believed she had no right to assume such a prestigious role and feared the rejection of the village she had once scorned. She finally came clean with the truth and told Eric about her past behavior and how it had led to her curse. Eric, wise and compassionate, implored her to seek forgiveness from those she had wronged. He assured her that the love and kindness they had found in each other's hearts had the power to outweigh any previous transgressions. Swallowing her pride, Aurora embarked on a profound journey of redemption. She approached each villager, humbly asking for forgiveness for her past behavior. To her astonishment, the villagers readily embraced her, warmly forgiving her and welcoming her back into their community. Aurora learned a valuable lesson, that true beauty lies not in physical appearance, but in humility, empathy, and the ability to grow from one's mistakes. On the eve of their wedding, Aurora had a dream. In her vision, the old woman, Esmeralda, appeared before her once more. With a gentle touch, she caressed Aurora's face, and when the girl awoke, her reflection in the mirror revealed a face of breathtaking beauty, untouched by the curse that had plagued her. And so, Aurora and Eric were wed in an extraordinary ceremony, surrounded by the villagers who had come to view her as their queen. Their union symbolized the triumph of inner beauty, forgiveness, and the transformative power of love. From that day forward, Aurora ruled Avelore with grace and compassion, carrying the lessons of her past with her, forever cherishing the beauty that lies within the heart.